Hey y'all, I'm back with another one, and first and foremost, we're gonna thank God. Thank God for another day, another chance to get it right, do better, learn, grow, heal, evolve, teach, take care of our children, our child. Take care of yourself, take care of your mind, your body, your soul, live in your purpose. Um, Ask God for guidance and live life, just to name a few. Secondly, please go shop www.erinsedition.shop. That's ERINSEDITION.SHOP. I sell God ordained tees, y'all. That's t-shirts. I got one of them on right now. That's the white one. Nobody got you like God got you. Um, I did lower the prices by over 40%, so just go check it out. For me, I'd appreciate that very much. So please excuse my hair, honey. Like I said, just be yourself, live for you. So I'm living naturally, I'm living authentically. It is what it is, and what ain't, it's not. I'm gonna jump into the video, y'all. We gonna title this The Manifestation of Moving. Okay, so new beginnings. Now, this is so big for me, y'all, because just over a year ago, so about a year and a half ago, I'm coming from a place where I was being served an eviction notice. Do you hear me? It feel like 6 months ago, but it humbled me, and not in a sense where I felt like, oh, this could never happen to me because I'm too good, woo woo woo. But in the sense of, I work so hard, I'm so focused, I'm so driven, I'm so independent. I take care of myself and I take care of others. Like, I don't see how this could happen, but life happens and God does everything for a reason. And that honestly was to put me in position. And I know I spoke on this before, but it's just to give y'all a little background of the manifestation process. So, like I said, that was about a year and a half ago. I had a 10-month-old, so I was just going through a lot, and all I had was my faith. I didn't feel like I had nobody. I had to cut people off. I wasn't really talking to my family like that. I was just getting my mind, my body, and my soul together, because now I got a child that I have to look after, that I have to be an example for, not only in front of her, but when she's not around. I got to be an example for others. I'm in a whole new state of mind. I'm trying to learn. I'm trying to become better. Okay? So, like I said, that eviction situation, that put me in a position of getting me up to the point of starting my job at the post office. I told y'all about that. I've been there, how long now, y'all? This October. About a year and 4 months. Okay, cool. Been there for that long. So God just pretty much put me in that position to get help financially to pay my rent up until the point I started working. It was all in God's plan. So at this point, y'all, I'm working, right? And the lease is up. Started working in June of 2023. Lease is up end of September of 2023. So in my mind, I'm like, okay, God, like, you just put me in position, man. I'm able to go ahead and move now, get my baby up out this box. And I called it a box, y'all, because it was a little 1-bedroom apartment. Okay. You stand in one area of the apartment and you looking at all the rooms, just from that one area. And it was my first apartment. Like, I got it when I was 19 years old. That's why I said I've been working hard. My man been on doing what I needed to do and being independent. So I got my credit right, got my crib at 19. I was there for 5.5 years. That's a very long time. And it was time to go. Like, I couldn't live there no more. It was roaches. And I'm just being real. I was just being real, child. It was roaches, and it wasn't because of me. I wasn't dirty. Anybody will tell you, like, I'm kind of like a neat freak, so to speak. I just can't operate in chaos. I can't operate in mess. I cannot operate in disorganization. So I gotta keep my space clean, and in order, organized. So I ain't knocking it. I ain't knocking it. That was my first crib. That's when my mindset was, I make this happen. It wasn't God put me in position. It was I make it happen. So, hey, that's what I got. Um, so in that box, a lot happened in that box, but man, it was my box. I made it home, and that's what's important as well, y'all. Wherever you live at, wherever you lay your head, it's up to you to make it home. So, I mean, my whole thing was I wanted the energy to be right. I wanted to be loving, comforting. I wanted people to be at peace. Comfort and peace was my main thing, and a safe place. That was my main objective when people that I trusted came over. And that's exactly what I did. Everybody will tell you. Yes, it was a very peaceful, calm place. Very comfortable, laid back, chill. Until it wasn't. Honestly. Until it wasn't. So, but yeah, that's a little bit about that. But now, I got my baby, and it's I just felt like, okay, I'm in a position, I'm working now, it's time to go. Like, what's up? So, um and this video might be long, y'all. I'm trying not to make it long, but I feel like the details matter, so please just stay with me. So, back to it. What happened, y'all? I was in the process of looking up places, not really having luck, and then once it was time to renew that lease, so once, because they do it a couple months in advance, so what's that, July. So once I got the paperwork to renew the lease in July, God told me, renew the lease. That's what God said. God told me to renew the lease. And when I tell y'all, I was so hurt because my mind was on the fact that I was going to be moving that year. Because, man, I had been wanting to move for like the last 2 years. So at that point, I was there for four years, like 4.5 years, I say. Yeah. So I'm like, oh my goodness, I was so upset for like 2 weeks, but me having faith, I did it. I renewed the lease. It was what it was, because at the end of the day, whatever God tell me, that's how I'm coming. That's how I'm moving. So yes, I was upset, but God gave me the space to really sit down and understand why I had to renew that lease for one more year. So like I told y'all, I was coming from a place where I was not working. I had not been working for that past year. I was with my baby. I was breastfeeding. God gave me that year to just get myself together completely so I could start my next chapter and be good. So in that year, by me not working, everything pretty much fell apart as far as financial. Well, everything fell apart, but financially, I had to pay off my debts for my credit. I needed to get my credit score back up where I would be able to even apply for a new crib. I needed to stack my money. It was certain things I needed to buy. It was all, for the most part, financial. Like at that point, that's what the main focus was. I was already getting my mind and my body right. My soul was, I was healing my soul, but now the finances, now the physical part of it. All right, let's get this money. So I'm like, okay, God, I completely understand. I completely understand what you need me to do. It's gonna get done. So, man, I worked my butt off this past year. And especially starting a new job, that was a spiritual warfare in itself. And I could see that. And I wanted to quit every single day, but I pushed through because I knew what the goal was. And I knew that God blessed me with this job. So I ain't had no choice but to keep going, regardless of how I felt. That's strength. Now that is strength, and that is faith. Okay. So, all right, that season of the hardship at work, that ended. I was cool. It was smooth sailing. Yes, it was. Now when I tell y'all, now they say, let's start here. They say to not pay off your cards if they're in collections. But come to find out, none of my cards, by the grace of God, ended up in collections. So that's why I pretty much made a settlement with the folks. And in 3 months, so from September to December, it was straight paying them people back, y'all. It was like 3 different cars I had to pay off for a total of like $5,000. I paid it back, y'all. Like, it's not even funny. That was where my dedication and my focus was on. So in that short period of time, I paid off 5 bands. I was getting myself back on track. After that, it was straight stack season, right? So from December all the way up until, well, all the months, I was just saving my money. God put me in a position to take my baby to where we go, y'all. We went to Disney World, one of them little theme parks or whatever you call it. But a little 2-year-old baby went out of town, flew on a flight, flew on a plane for the first time, and I was able to make that happen. Like, even that in itself was amazing to me. So God just been putting me in all these different positions, just blessing me this past year, y'all, because it was all in the plan. It was just all in the plan. So anywho, now we in 2024, and God tells me you are moving. God made me this promise that I was moving. So I'm excited. I'm really focused now. I'm really dedicated. I'm really going hard, because it's about to be that time. Like, September is going to be coming soon, from January to September. Time be flying, as we could see. So I'm like, all right, let me just stay on my A game. Let me keep going. So I found this apartment, y'all. Beautiful apartment. It was me all the way through, from the bedrooms being so spacious, to the car garage, to the price. I did the little math or whatever, checked my finances, bills, what my baby need, what I need, all that good stuff. I was like, okay, we can make this work. I can do move this one, You know what I'm saying? I can make it work. It was a good price. It was, at the time, it was like $2,100, y'all. 2 bed, 2 bath, 1 car garage, which was attached, and washer, dryer, just all that good stuff. Like, I made a whole list of things that I wanted, y'all, in my notes, to name a few. And I was very specific. I was very specific. I was like, I want to be in an area that is safe. There's no kidnapping, there's no robbing, no stealing, no killing, no what else, y'all? What else did I say? It was something else I said, but pretty much as far as that, I wanted a safe environment. I wanted my neighbors to be clean. I wanted stores that was nearby, convenient, just in case anything happened with my car. I could walk with my baby to get my necessities. I wanted high ceilings. I was so specific. I was like, I want my application fee to be no more than $25. I want rent to be $1,500. But of course, we in a different time. That wasn't even, yeah, baby. We ain't even, yeah. But what else did I say? I want a upstairs, downstairs. I don't want it to be too far from my job. Just certain things like that. And I also wanted it fully furnished. In my first apartment, I had that ability. I had really good credit, so I was able to get my furniture, to finance my furniture, and just pay it off every month for the next 12 months. And I did that with no interest. Like, I was so smart, so young, and knew what I knew about credit, and I made it work for me. And it was hard. I had to work 2 jobs to provide for myself. So when people, not to get off subject, but when people talk about people that don't got no kids, at the time, when I ain't had my baby, it was still hard. It was still hard. It's not no joke out here. It ain't no game. Just because you don't have no kids, you still doing it by yourself. You still got to make it happen. So, like I said, at that time, I had to work 2 jobs in order to provide. And I was only paying like $745 rent, which is nothing. That's what I started off with in 2019. $745 rent. They wanted 2 times the rent at the time. We in a different time now. They want you to make 3 times the rent. Want your credit score to be 650. Want you to make $75,000. Like, it's weird, but that's the times we in. But anywho, so this crib was perfect, y'all. It was everything. So for all these months, ever since I seen that crib, I was like, okay, this is where me and my baby moving. This is where we going. Now, well, I'll get to it. I'll save it. So now we in mid-July of 2024. Me and my baby, we go to this apartment complex because it's getting close to that time. It's getting close to the end of September where it's time to move. I'm trying to be on my A game. I want everything in order so I ain't got to worry about nothing when the time comes. So we go do the tour with the lady, and it's exactly what it looked like. And I be on apartments.com, y'all. That's a website that I personally like, but y'all do y'all. So it looked exactly like it did on apartments.com. It was spacious. It was beautiful. Had a patio. The like I said, the washer and dryer. The 1-car garage was decent. I got all these plans in my head. Oh, I'm gonna get my baby this motorized car. She gonna be riding it in the parking lot, woo woo woo, in the garage, da da da. I just got all these little plans. How I'm gonna set it up, how I'm gonna furnish it, what's going where. I want bar stools, just all this, all the little knickknacks and stuff like that women like. So the lady, she, goes over the requirements. You need that 650 score. 3 times the rent. If you don't make 3 times the rent, what'd she say? She was like, you could pretty much make it up by paying a higher security deposit. And in my head, I was already stacking up, so that wouldn't have been no problem for me. So I'm like, okay, she's saying everything I need to hear. I like her energy. She respectful. She don't come off like she racist or nothing like that. Okay, I like what I see around me. Everybody quiet. It's a cool neighborhood. But I did notice that it was ducked off. Like, it wasn't really them stores. Like I said, I wanted convenience just in case anything happened. I didn't see no stores around. On the way to the building, it was what's the word, y'all? It was just all road, pretty much. It was nothing surrounding it. It was just that bit. When you pull up, like 5 minutes of nothing, 5 minutes of straight land, and then you get to the building. So that kind of threw me off, but not to the point where I was like, nah, I don't want to be here. So everything sounded great. She was like, give it another month, fill out the application, bring it back, and we'll go on from there, because I guess it was too early, which was cool. So I'm like, all right, so for the next month, finna keep doing what I'm doing. Finna keep working, stacking up the rest of this little money that I can, and we moving. We gone. Boy. God says, and I don't know the verse, but God says you make plans. Just because you make plans, doesn't mean that that's in God's will. And that's pretty much what happened to me, y'all. I got this whole plan in my head that this is the place that I'm going to, and it just did not go through for me. So I hate even talking about it. I want to cry, but it's okay. So now it's August, right? Because the lady told me wait a month. Now it's August, and I go back to apartments.com. Now, mind y'all, hold on, let me rewind. Hold on. Now, I told y'all at the time when I first seen it back earlier this year, it was $2,100, right? I think when I looked at it, when I went to see it in July, it went up $200. So now it's at 23. So now I'm like, all right, I might have to penny pinch, but I could still make it happen. All right, $2,300. Okay, baby. When I tell you, by the time I was ready to put that application in, it was $2,500. No, no, I didn't have it. Period, point blank. I knew I didn't have it. I knew it wasn't no way I could penny pinch. I could move this, that, and the third around. I didn't have enough money saved up. It was none of that. It was nothing. Nothing would work. I instantly knew I couldn't afford that place. I called them. Y'all. I said, I went to see y'all. I did a tour last month. The rent was $2,300. Now it's $2,500. Is there a way y'all could bring it back to 23? Like, no, the price is set to what it is. Which, I mean, I had to try, y'all. I know it sounds like a dumb question, but I had to try because I was just so hurt. Like, how you gonna go up 200 more dollars in 1 month? In 1 month. That was crazy to me. So I'm literally on my route at work crying because I'm thinking this the day that I'm finna let them know I'm coming out there on my next off day, finna put that application in, I'm finna get it, move in, woo woo woo. And everything just went like smacked me in my face. Pretty much. So of course I'm crying. I'm crying tears. Like, I'm hurt. Like, I don't know what to do. I'm like, God, you told me that we was moving this year. That's what you told me. God is not a liar. God does not lie. God keeps his promise. Spirit keeps his promise. So I'm like, Lord, I know you ain't lied to me. I know I'm moving. I feel it. I know it. So what just happened? So I'm telling my friend about it. I'm telling my best friend about it. And they're like, everything happens for a reason. You will be moving. You will find something. Don't give up. And where I could say that I possibly lost faith, I guess it depends on your perspective. But if I had to say that I did lose faith, it was me thinking that, okay, Lord, I know you said I'm moving this year. And I'm not going to stay here. Like, period. I'm not renewing this lease for another year. I'm not doing it. So I'm willing to go live with my mama because my mama was offering. And, we share the rent, whatever, share the bills. Cool. I will go live with my mama, me and my baby. I will backtrack. I will backtrack and do that if I have to. But I am not staying here. I'm not renewing this lease. I'm not doing it. I can't do it. I was willing to do that, child. Because I knew that God was going to put me in position. It was just a matter of time. So I was willing to go back home. Pretty much home being your parents. I was willing to do that. It just would have been what it would have been, and I was okay with it because I knew that was my decision. I knew that wasn't a place that I had to go back to. You see the difference? It would have been my decision. So I end up letting it go. Cried my little tears, let it go. I'm talking to my mama about possibly me and the baby moving in with her. Not sure for real. But I just got back on apartments.com and I just did, which I was trying to do like a option 1, 2, 3 type thing. You know how you always should have backups. I was trying to do that, but I promise y'all it was nothing that I liked. Once I seen that crib and once I had my mindset on it, that's all it was. There was no option 2 and 3. So it was like, okay, now I just have to start all over again and look at all these apartments that I know I don't like and just try. So that's what I did, and I end up, because man, I only got a month to move, and it was so crazy because, like I told y'all, they give you the lease 2 months in advance. So they gave me the lease to renew it the first time, and I hadn't made my mind up. Even though I didn't physically write it out that I was gonna vacate. But it was so crazy because they sent me another one to renew, another piece of that paperwork to renew the lease. And they had never done that in my 5 years of living there, y'all. Giving me that paperwork twice. So I'm like, I ain't gonna say it was the devil. I ain't gonna say nothing like that. But it was like temptation. I'm not sure. It was really weird. It was like, come on, you could do another year. Like, come on, just one more year. It won't hurt. Come on, sign that lease. Like twice, y'all. It was so weird. But I'm like, okay, I'm paying attention. I'm watching what's going on. I see, and I understand. But I ain't doing it. I made my mind up. I'm not finna sign this. So on apartments.com, I end up looking at a few townhouses from private owners. I actually went to see one, and the lady was nice. She was nice, and her property was her parents. They lived there at one point, passed it down to her, but I didn't like how it looked. It wasn't my vibe. I wasn't rocking with it, and she just seemed like she honestly didn't want me there. I ain't even gonna make it a race thing, but she just, I felt the vibes, I felt the energy, and it was all good because I ain't like her property no way. So how she put it was, oh, I'm looking for somebody to move in this month, which was the month of August. And I was telling her, no, I need to move in by the end of September. It's all good. I appreciate your time. Have a good day. God bless. Left it at that. So that didn't work. I ended up seeing a complex that I had actually liked at one point in time. It was modern. It was what I wanted. It was luxurious. It was all this good stuff. I set up the appointment. I set it up for the next day. I went in the next day just for them to tell me. They wasted my time for real. Went in the next day just for them to tell me, hold on, y'all, that they did not have a 2-bedroom model. Now, why would this lady the day prior tell me I could come in to look at an apartment that you won't even have open or available to tour? So he showed it to me on the computer like I can't do that at home on my own time. Then they talking about all these different amenities that you gotta pay for. I'm like, baby, look, at this point, that sounds like it's gonna be $2,500 in itself. I'm good, no thank you. So I'm just like, all right, well, looking like I'm gonna be moving with mama. But I never gave up. I kept looking, y'all. It was like 2 more complexes that I had wanted to go and see. Now, one of them was beautiful. Don't get me wrong. It was beautiful. I could afford it. But it wasn't spacious. It wasn't spacious how I wanted it. It wasn't spacious how I needed it. So I decided to not go look at it. But then this other place, which is the place that I'm at now, it was like so many hoops. So many hoops I had to go through just to see this place. And I'm like, all right, but I ain't gonna give up. So what had happened, y'all? I work so much and I work long hours. I'm never able to basically tour with an actual person, but they have something that's called a self-tour guide, which I never knew about. I learned that this year. So I'm on the phone with the lady. I'm telling her, okay, your hours don't coincide. They don't work with, my work schedule. Well, they coincide with my work schedule, which isn't a good thing. I don't have time to actually look with a person. So she was telling me about this self-tour guide. You pretty much go online, make your appointment, what time you want to see the place. They give you a code to get in the door. Type in this code. You got to show your ID, just in case anything is broken, damaged, or just if anything go wrong, they know where you at, who you are, so they could proceed with whatever. Excuse me. So I end up doing that. And I was supposed to see it 2 times, but it was like the code wasn't working. I called the people on the phone like, hey, I'm ready to go see the place, but it won't let me access it on the link that you provided me, and they couldn't figure it out. So it was like I had to wait. I just had to wait. And I mean, I've been waiting this long, so I might as well wait. I wasn't impatient. It was like, but I'm just noticing everything that's going on. So I'm like, all right, cool. I just gotta wait. I think at that time it was like a Friday, so I had to wait till that Monday to get in contact with somebody else, which it was what it was. So when everything finally went through for me, when I was able to see it, it was like 8 o'clock at night, y'all. I had picked because like I said, I get off late. Picked up my baby. We came straight over here to look at the place, to look at the unit that I wanted. When I tell y'all, when me and my baby stepped foot in that place, we ain't even got up the stairs. When we stepped foot in the place, it just, good energy. It was like, okay, this is for you. We walk up the stairs. I'm looking around. I'm like, yes, this feels like home. I'm like, yes, this is spacious. I'm just looking around. I'm like, yep, this is it. But what put the icing on the cake for me, though, y'all, was the fact that I seen a little a note card sitting on a kitchen counter that said, your next chapter starts here. When I read that, y'all, I said, yep, this the place. Yep. So I go up the stairs. It's the kitchen. It's a bedroom. It's a bathroom. It's your living room area, your dining room area, your balcony your balcony or your patio. Then it's another flight of stairs, and that is the master bedroom with the bathroom, the closet, stuff like that. So each bedroom is on its own floor. Oh my God, I had never seen nothing like it, y'all. I've never seen a townhouse like this. They always just bedrooms on one floor or whatever the case is. So I'm like, yes, y'all, the price was in my range. I wasn't paying no $2,500. I still would be able to pay all my other little bills, take care of my baby, do what I need to do. And I asked God for clarity. I said, God, if this is it, let me go ahead and go through with the process. God told me yes, and baby, I did everything I had to do. Everything. And again, God gave me that space to stand back and realize why I didn't get that crib that I love so much, that I seen back in January, that I had my mind set on. And the realization I came to was the fact that God told me that I was moving, right? God made me that promise. But God didn't tell me that I was moving to that specific place. That's where I hurt myself. I can't blame God. Can't sit up here and say, oh, God lied to me. God said woo, woo, woo. No, baby. God ain't tell you. God ain't tell me, rather, that I was moving to that specific place. So I pretty much hurt my own feelings. Like I said, God is not a spirit that shall lie. Period. The reason I didn't move to that place that I love so much was because it was so far. Yes, it was only 25 minutes away from family and from my job. That ain't too bad. But like I said, driving 5 minutes, them last 5 minutes to get to that complex, it wasn't nothing but road. That's not safe. Anything could happen. It could be a tornado, and I'm just out there by myself. Nobody could get to me for 25 minutes or more. And it's just nobody there. There's no I said I wanted convenience. What the heck? Ooh, sorry y'all. Here. I said I wanted convenience. Baby, the nearest store was 8 to 10 minutes away, and you gotta drive. Ain't no sidewalks. That's not convenient. So that was me. If I wasn't so heavily into my faith, y'all, and I would have made that move on my own, I would have been in so much regret. I would have been in so much regret if I didn't listen to God and just follow what God was saying and what God was showing me. God moved me and my child out of a box to a beautiful 2-bed townhouse with a washer and dryer, with the balcony, with the upstairs and downstairs, with the high ceilings, with the modernized appliances, with the convenience stores, being so close to my job, just everything I manifested, majority of what I manifested, being fully furnished. Okay, God blessed me with the finances, baby. Something, I know I said I was saving my money, but baby, God blessed me outside of that. outside of that, y'all, because I guys seen how hard I was going, how I was striving to just get me and my baby in a better situation, and God backed me. You meet God halfway, God will do the rest. Do you hear me? God will bless you abundantly. Another thing, some of the items from my old place, as far as furniture, I threw that out. I wanted that old, I wanted that negative, I wanted that dusty energy. I didn't want that in my new place. But some things I did keep, some things I brought over here because it was in good shape. I prayed over it, I cleaned it, and we was good to go. So when y'all are in that place where you ready to move, you make sure you get rid of that old energy, that old negativity. Leave that in the past. This is a new beginning. And whatever moves you make, and make sure it's by God. Make sure you allow God that space and the space and opportunity to write off on it. Don't make any irrational decisions. Just wait. It ain't no rush for nothing. Baby, when I tell you God worked last minute, when I tell you I was willing to go live with my mama because I didn't know what was going to happen, just for God to bless me with this, and everything worked out. Everything was last minute. God just wrote off on down to the furniture place. I said, Lord, please show me where to get my furniture from. I don't want to go to none of these, what is they call, y'all, like the room place and all them little top-notch furniture places that be on the commercials. I didn't want to do that. I don't want to spend my money there. I said, Lord, please show me where to get my furniture from. Some nice furniture of quality, decent price. And baby, when I tell you God showed me at the last minute, I think I had 3 weeks till it was time to move, and God showed me that place, which was right around the corner from my old crib. When I tell you that lady was she was so genuine and down to earth. I'm asking her questions. She's like, honestly, I wouldn't pick that. She was like, this seems like it is your taste. She was just so down to earth, and just, she was a great individual. She knew what she was talking about. She was very professional. She worked with me, gave me discounts, just blessed me. Everything I wanted. I didn't even know what I wanted, but I found everything that I wanted. It looked good. It felt good. It felt like me. It was my style, my taste, my energy, my vibe. It was everything, y'all. Everything. I didn't have to finance nothing. I was able to pay it full in cash. Get it out the way so I ain't have to worry about no extra monthly bills. God has blessed me, y'all. I'm so grateful. I'm so blessed. I'm stepping into my next chapter. I have things that I want to do, things that I believe I could do now that I'm in a new space, a new energy, a new field. I'm 25. 2 plus 5 is 7, baby. That's the I associate that number with God anyway. So for me, a goddess. I'm in my goddess year. I had ambition this whole time, but I have even more ambition because I'm comfortable. I'm safe. I'm secure. God has secured me. And it goes beyond the material. It goes beyond where I lay my head. It's the fact that my mind is right. My body is right. My soul is right. My child is good. It's the fact that I'm putting out good energy. It's the fact that when I go out here to work and I'm around all these